Good day, everyone. In this video, we are going to talk about the topics in Chapter 9, how to work with section state and cookies. However, in this video, we will focus on how to work with section state first. Okay. All right. Okay. Here will be the objectives. Okay. In this chapter, okay, for example, okay, how to use section state to store user data that will persist or remain across multiple requests in a section, and how to use cookies to store user data that should again persist or remain across multiple sections, along with other topics. Okay, yeah, you can read it if you want to. Okay. All right, okay, and then let's keep moving forward. Okay, so here will be the kind of the outlines in this chapter, but then again, due to the time constraint, we will focus on the topics with those red areas. For example, we will skip, for example, the NFL Teams 3.0 app. I encourage you to read those material in the chapter, in your free time. And then again, the NFL Teams 4.0 app, again, I encourage you to read it. Okay, yeah. All right, okay, so let's see, actually in the very beginning, if we backtrack over here, then it mentioned about 6 ways to maintain a state based on the ASP.NET MVC architecture. Okay. So, what are the 6 ways to handle state with ASP.NET Core MVC? And then what is the meaning of a state? Okay, so let's take a look at the definition first. So a state refers to the current status, or if you want to think about it as value of the properties and variables and other data maintained by an app for a single user. Okay, yeah. So maybe you have defined some properties or variables in your controller, and then you want to keep those values. Okay, yeah, keep those values. However, the HTTP is a stateless protocol. That means that it does not keep a track of the let's say the property values or variable values between round trip. Okay, so once a browser can make a request and receive a response, the app terminates and its state is lost. Okay, so again, then how do you keep those values? Okay, so ASP.NET Core MVC provides several ways. You can think of as 6 ways to maintain the state of a web app. Okay, so let's skip the rest of the 2 definitions here. Let's go to the next one. What are the 6 ways? So you can see that you can use a route, you can use temp data, you can use hidden view, you can use query string, you can use cookie, you can use section state. For the routes and temp data, we have mentioned it already. Okay. And then we will focus on how to use a section state and cookie. Okay, so now let's backtrack to the cookie and definitions of cookie and section state. Okay, so what is a cookie? A cookie is a key value pair. Can be passed to the user in an HTTP response and passed back to the server with each subsequent HTTP request. Again, this might be a little bit abstract. We'll see some examples later. And the section state works by having the server store the section data temporarily at the server's memory for a user, and by using a cookie to associate the user's current web browser with the correct section data. Okay, yeah. So again, we have looked into the 2 techniques. We are going to study in this chapter. Okay, yeah, the section states and the cookie. Okay, so here is the picture about how the ASP.NET Core MVC keeps track of a section information. Okay, so let's say the web server is up in the very beginning, and then let me see whether I can enlarge the screen. Okay, give me a minute. All right, okay, a little bit too big. Okay, let me reduce. Yeah, this is better. Yeah. Okay, so in the very beginning, the server is up, and then the client fired up the browser and type in the URL. Okay, so it sent the first request. Okay, the first HTTP request sent to the server. So the browser requests a page. Okay, and the action from the web server will be like this. The web application will then create a section and assign it an ID. Okay, and then again, if there are values has to be created, then the value and the data will be kept at the server's memory temporarily. Okay. And then again, the server will send the first HTTP response back. Okay, so the server returns the requested page, and then the ID for the section is a cookie. Okay, so again, this response back to the client, and then the browser might again might display some information, and then perform some again interaction. So assume that there is a following HTTP request. Okay, then the browser requests another page and then send it the ID cookie. Okay, and the web app use the ID to associate the browser with its previous request. Okay, yeah. And then again, the data will be, the section data will be kept at the server's side, and the interaction might take place, back and forth, back and forth. But then once the browser closes the connection on the browser, then the data over the section data over the server side will be gone. Okay, will be gone. Okay, yeah. So this is the general idea. Okay, this is a general idea. Okay, so let's move on to the next one. Okay, so how to work with the section state. Okay, yeah. So let me stop the video and then make another one. Okay, yeah.